In just 3 months, downtown Grand Rapids will be filled with people seeing art as ArtPrize 2014 kicks off. And within the past hour, artist and venue connections have ended. The deadline was at 5 o'clock. We found out earlier this month that a record number of artists signed up for the event during the artist registration. And now that final numbers are starting to roll in, we want to know, will this be the largest ArtPrize ever? Sue is talking with ArtPrize organizers about that.
Well, Brian, I'm here with Todd Herring, ArtPrize's communications director. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
The final numbers are in for venues and artists to connect. What do we have?
So we have 1,524 artists registered right now. The deadline for them to connect with a venue was at 5 o'clock today. We have, probably about 24 hours, 48 hours to work through any loose ends, anyone had slightly missed connection, whatever. So the number might change a little bit, but historically it hasn't changed much. So 1,524, which is dead on the same number we had last year.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I mean, the exact same number.
The only person who guessed it right was our accountant. Go figure.
There you go.
Well, had a precedent.
We just mentioned that there was a record number of people that signed up to find that a venue and connect, and we said it was, I believe, 1,700. And so how many, I guess, what do you do with the artists that can't find a venue? Is it just a matter of not finding a place where they feel they want to connect with, or is there not enough venues getting involved?
Yeah, so it's interesting. This year we had a pretty significant increase in the number of artists who registered and an increase in the number of countries that are represented in this year's event. So in terms of the overall footprint, the relevance in the overall contemporary art world, ArtPrize is growing, and we're excited about that. It's a good thing. What's not growing is the urban landscape downtown. There's a capacity that's just naturally always going to be there. There's just going to be a certain number of venues that are able to host art downtown. So and that's never been proven more than this year, where the number is exactly the same as last year. And we've seen it essentially plateau at around that 1,500 entry number over the last 3 years, even though we've seen steady increases in the number of artist entries.
So you have the interest of artists, but they can't connect necessarily with the venue. So I guess maybe downtown's going to have to get creative with finding some other space for some of these artists. Yeah,
and when it's amazing to see venues that are repeat venues coming back year over year are really taking the act of curating a venue seriously, and they always have, but they're looking at it from in ways that they haven't looked at it before. And so the things that they ask of artists, the things that artists ask of venues, it's becoming more complex. It's becoming more of an ecosystem that we really envisioned from the very beginning of ArtPrize, and it's exciting to see it evolve that way.
Yeah, we only have just a short time left, but exciting for artists this year. The prize money equal for juried awards as well as the public vote.
It is, yeah. We have a $200,000 grand prize, a public vote, a $200,000 grand prize on the juried side as well. And a new change that we're excited about is the category awards. Last year were just for jurors. So jurors would decide a 2D award, a 3D award. This year the public is also going to decide a 2D award, a 3D award. So what we want to see this tension. We want to see this collision, people having the same conversation, because art criticism that the jurors provide actually, it sheds light on the entire exhibition. Yeah. It doesn't criticize it. It shows people what to look at more. And the public's view does the same thing the other way. The jurors are always surprised and interested in what the public thinks and feels about the art that shows up.
Well, everyone is always excited to get back to ArtPrize 2014. We'll see how it works out this time. Todd Herring, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.